Big idea number 8, teaming up versus teaming out. So here's a question for you guys. When you think of teamwork, what do you think of? Most of the guys I work with, they come out of a sports background. It's very much like a divide and conquer, like, oh, a team, you do this, I do that. Or like a team, like the wide receiver runs and goes this way and the quarterback goes backwards and the blockers do this. Like we all have assigned roles. You do your thing, I do mine. Don't come over, like the wide receiver doesn't run over and take the ball from the quarterback. They don't team up by doing the same thing together. So it's very much a separate role, separate responsibilities. What's the goal that we talk about? We agree on what we're going to do to get there. Then we go separate ways and we do the things where we're going to meet at the goal. Your partner probably does not think of this. Now, what's a great sport? So think of synchronized swimming. This is the sport your partner might be thinking about when she thinks of teamwork, if she's thinking about a sport at all. It's like we come together to do the same thing together. We work together as a team. We're here in the same place doing the same thing together. So when your partner is thinking, hey, I want a teammate, she's not thinking, therefore, you need to go to the store and do all these things and I'll see you at dinner time. She's thinking, I want you here with me as my teammate working on this stuff together. So neither definition is wrong, but the challenge is that your definition, her definition could be the complete opposite. So one of the things I want you to talk to your partner about is ask her, hey, honey, when you think of team, what does that mean with you? And then be like, oh, that's so funny because as a guy, we tend to think this way. So just get that difference out in the open. And I suggest using this language, teaming up, which means what she means, together, or teaming out, which is more your regular definition of like divide and conquer. So that's where it's really tricky. So you're going to need to be sort of taking your definition, putting it off to the side, because this birth space we talked about is all about teaming up together. Sure, there's a couple team out options and opportunities, but it's mostly about teaming up together. So when she's asking you a question like, hey, babe, do you want to go to the store this weekend and we can pick out some more paint colors and we can go back to the baby store also and fill out the registry? Your first answer is like, no, I don't want to do that. We've been in that baby store like 20 times. Like I really don't know about that stuff. I don't want to go there. And the baby's not going to be here for 6 months. Why do we need to pick out paint colors? So you're thinking like analytically, but that's not what she's really asking you. What she's asking you is, hey, babe, do you want to team up with me as we get ready to become parents together? And obviously your answer there is not no, like it is to the technical aspects of the question she's asking you. So that's what you want to start listening for. So there's 3 main obstacles that I usually see with guys when I'm talking to them about like what's in the way here. So number 1 for them, a lot of times it's hard to see the relevance of the things that they're being asked to shop for. The example I use when looking at why are we going to the baby store when the baby's not going to be here for 5 months is like, I have never asked my partner, hey babe, I know it's July, but let's go look at some snow blowers. I really want to get ready for this winter. Like who does that? Nobody. So that's the mindset we're bringing to this question when we're being asked to go really take this stroller shopping seriously when baby's not going to be here for 4 or 5 months. So the time frame is something we have a hard time getting over. The second challenge we have is we really don't have an opinion about a lot of these things. Like I don't know which bottles you want to use. Like, I don't care. There's like 100 kinds. Like, I can close my eyes and pick one, but I don't have enough knowledge to have an informed opinion about which teething ring we should use or which camera system. I don't know. And then the third one is, frankly, you don't really care. Like, I don't care which teething ring we use. Like, this isn't a decision that we need to grind on. How much are they? $10? Well, then buy 3 of them. I don't care. Like, these are the challenges that a lot of guys I've talked with, that's what they bring to me. Like, she keeps asking me about this stuff, but why now? And I don't know, and I don't care. But again, those guys are all missing the real question is, will you team up with me? So let's run through this quick example. Wednesday, your partner's like, hey babe, I want to go to Lowe's this weekend, look at some paint chips so we can paint the nursery. Now that we know we're having a girl, I want to pick some of these navy blues. And I also want to go to the registry store again and pick out some more things now that we know we have a girl coming so we can get some different colored onesies or whatever. So let's go do this. So you're going to have things come up like, I don't want to go this weekend. Like the baby's not going to be here for 5 more months and I don't care. And I don't know anything about it. So give yourself a few seconds to have that experience. But then remember, oh yeah, she's asking me to team up. She's not asking me for like actual help picking a onesie. Like she doesn't need help. She wants me to be there with her though. Here's where you get the win out of this. You want to turn that question around and find how you can protect your time. So you're thinking of the weekend and you're like, oh, I'm going to play basketball with the guys on Saturday. You're also thinking about like, oh, there's that new cheeseburger place I've been hearing about. So you give yourself the moment to be like, no, I don't want to do any of that stuff. And then you're like, oh yeah, team up. Okay, how can I make this a win? So you're like, sure, babe, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't we go on Sunday? Because Saturday I have basketball. And also when we go on Sunday afterwards, we can swing by that new burger joint that I've been wanting to check out. How does that sound? And she's probably gonna be like, oh, that sounds great, babe. Because the point is, she's asking you to team up. So that's the part of the question she's listening for that yes for. So you want to be enthusiastic about, yes, great idea, babe. That's what you always want to start the answer with. And then make sure you're putting the thing in there that's protecting the time that you may have set up for something else, golf, basketball, darts, whatever, and find a way to get a win for yourself out of it too. Whether it's a new burger joint, the new ramen joint, someplace else you want to go, but add that into the fold. So it's not just you feeling like you're being dragged to Lowe's to look at paint and then dragged to the baby store to pick out onesies. So again, this is how you're getting those dad card credits, by connecting with her and teaming up. But you're also getting your man card credits by getting a cheeseburger and going to the court to play basketball with your buddies. So listen for that teaming up question. That's the real question. Say yes to that and then turn it into a win.